Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the way Andrew Berry is building the Browns.
Hi, guys. Regarding Andrew Berry's sustainability program, I know it's been compared to the Rams, but it looks to me more like the Patriots back in their heyday. When you look at the over the cap, the roster signees for next year, it looks like he's got next year's starting lineup pretty well tied up as well as this year's. Joe Wood seems to like the defensive tackle rotation the way it is, so it looks to me like he's got a program where he's not going to be signing too many high-priced free agents. He's going to reward his own, attempt to keep his own players. In this program, it looks like the later-round draft picks are going to be a big factor in this. So I guess that means that Phillips Harris and Jordan Elliott are pivotal figures. Thank you for listening.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. G. Bush, he said he was going to develop, and that's kind of, he's stuck to it.
I think you could look at the David Njoku, even though they didn't draft him, he was here before. But David Njoku was one of those guys that was, young, very young when he came out. He's not even in his prime of his career yet. So that's why that deal made sense. I know a lot of people was just like, oh my goodness, they're paying him top 5 tight end money and it's just crazy. I don't understand it. And I said, well, you guys have to understand team building. So many times, the reason why the Cleveland Browns were atrocious before is because they used to draft the people, they would draft the wrong people. So when you draft the wrong people, even though you would have the benefit of maybe controlling a first-round pick for a 5th-year option that you can sign them to tie them up, they whiffed on them. Even though you can get the way to build a team, you get a young quarterback that's nice, that's great, and you ride him through his rookie deal when he's getting pennies. You can spend money other places to get other guys to come in, and you can have a window to win. Guess what? They whiffed on all the quarterbacks. They whiffed on Whedon. They whiffed on Manziel. You whiffed on Brady Quinn. You don't even get those. Those guys are not even making it through their first contract. And then, not only that, the Browns were a team known as, hey, let's give some dollars out. Let's give some dollars to guys that come here at the end of their career, cash your checks, eat your team dinners, steak eaters, hang out, and talk about all the intangibles that they got. No, we need guys that can play. I don't need guys to bring me the Patriot way here. I'm going to bring you how we used to do it. Willie McGinnis, you can't play no more. It don't matter. Lomas Brown, you can't play anymore. We getting all Kenny Britt. We getting all of the dudes that telling us about the way we used to do it. Well, listen, that was in 1986. That's not working no more. We need guys that can play. And guess what? They've hit on some of their first-round picks. Guess what? Now they're signing them. They're getting them to the second contract, right? And the guys that they are bringing in, the tellers of the world, guys like that, who they feel like, hey, we can get something for him, we can develop him. They've developed him and kept him too. And they're going out getting other free agents to kind of figure out in savvy trades, like bringing in a guy like Amari Cooper. So they're doing it all over the place. And I think the great part about it is that you mentioned this year, the defense, for the most part, everybody's back. Your linebacking core, you got a couple new guys at D-tackle, but for the most part, those guys are being in your system. So we'll see what your Jordan Elliott's are, your Tommy Togiai's. We'll see what they are. Sheldon Day. We'll see what those guys are. They went and got a Taven Bryan to see what he's going to do. We'll see if they can develop. But for the most part, secondary is all back. Safeties are all back. Linebackers all back. Joe Woods has no excuses. He can run whatever he wants now. You've been 2-3 years in the system. I think people will be comfortable. And even if there is a suspension, I expect the defense to be a lot further ahead of the offense. And Myles Garrett, that's what he's the leader. He's a team leader on that side of football. Even with a suspension, your other leaders got to step up. It's unacceptable for the Browns to have this much talent and say, "Oh, we're gonna go 2-4 while Deshaun ain't here." Whoa, Deshaun ain't even been here like that. We need Chubb, we need Hunt, we need Clowney, and we need Myles Garrett and some of these other guys, Denzel Ward, to step up and say, "Hey, we're gonna play strong defense and we're gonna run the football and we're gonna get it done with Jacoby Brissett." And I think that's where they need to be talking about. And I think that's the kind of the mentality they got, because they do have a lot of continuity for the first time. So all the people that love continuity, we have to have the same coach and the same quarterback and the same general manager and all the support staff at once and keep the same uniforms, and we'll be good. See, continuity. You'll be good this year, right?
All right. I'm with you.